Thanks for tuning in to High on Horror. I'm Drew.
And I'm John. This episode and every future episode is dedicated to all the horror hounds and smokers out there who want to expand their knowledge of the genre and have a good time.
As you all know, the Xenomorphs are back. We've given you all enough time to see it. Today we're reviewing Alien Romulus, the latest in the blockbuster series directed by Fede Alvarez. Is it as good as everyone is saying? Tune in and find out. Today on High on Horror. Interviews, reviews, and the latest news all rolled into one. You know we're going to get into the goods before we get into the goods, as you know I like to say. You know what time it is.
It's time for Strain Wreck, the segment of our show where we tell you what strain we're getting wrecked on. And today I got us some blue cookies.
Oh.
That sounds like something you get in space, like blue milk, Star Wars.
Sounds
blue
pretty
cookies.
good. Yeah, it's appealing. Sounds appealing.
Blue cookies, also known as blue Girl Scout cookies and blue Girl Scout cookies. Okay, that's the same thing. I guess they just abbreviated it. It's an indica-dominant hybrid cross between two, it says celebrity strains. I didn't know they could be.
Celebrity strains, okay.
Girl Scout cookies and blueberry. As a child of these heavyweight champion strains, who wrote this?
A wrestling fan?
What?
A wrestling fan?
Yeah. Blue Cookies delivers a crushing blow of euphoria straight to the head, where it swiftly sinks down to relax the entire body. Sweet berry flavors fuse with earthy cherry notes, and a flavor profile as enticing as the bud's thick coat of frosty resin that stretches over twisted hues of green and purple. Man, somebody got really baked and wrote this.
They went deep. They got that
Novice consumers should approach Blue Cookies with modesty. With modesty? With modesty and an open heart. No, they didn't say the open heart. I added that part. But this strain's potency is perfect for hard-to-impress veterans. You may also come across another variation of Blue Cookies, a select Girl Scout cookies phenotype. I said phenom. That lacks the blueberry genetics. Apparently we're going to feel, all right, we're going to feel relaxed, aroused, and euphoric. I don't know what I got us into. Apparently blueberry, berry, and sweet are the taste. And
I mean, it sounds delicious. I mean,
I'm not really trying to get horny.
now's not the time for that, but I mean, yeah, I mean,
so some reviews
you want to
here
give me a piece for later.
from 2018. It's just easy feeling, kind of floaty. I took a couple of hits and my eyelids immediately started drooping, and my whole body just loosened up and relaxed. I may have never felt this relaxed in my life, actually. I'm cool as a cucumber, and I don't even like cucumbers. Happy, chill, relax. Gimme those cookies, please. Happy girl. Okay, emoji. I got another one here from October 3rd of last year. This awesome strain is a rare find. Raw Gardens just released this strain, and I found it at my local dispensary. Hit it about 3 times. I was in bliss. No pain, no anxiety, makes you smile, and the euphoria through the body. Including the head buzz, it says nice. I could fall asleep if I wanted to, but I'll stay up and enjoy this lazing on the couch. Makes chores much more fun, and music sound amazing. A must-try strain. And then
This music sound amazing. Okay.
I've smoked a lot of weed. This was from September last year. I've smoked a lot of weed and never felt the need to come and write a review before. Everything about this one is fantastic. The smell of blueberries is pretty faint, and it also almost smells a little more earthy, but still super good. You can taste it a lot more than you can smell it, especially on the exhale.
That's what she said.
The smoke isn't too harsh, but gives a really nice little punch to your lungs, which is my favorite, LOL. And the
I just to read out the LOL.
That's what they wrote. And the high is super quick and super good. I felt it in my head within the first half of the blunt, which very rarely happens to me anymore. Been smoking 3+ years. Oh, wow. 3.
3.
Wow.
You're a veteran.
Watch
Congrats.
out.
Watch.
I was so relaxed and ready to hang out at home and play lame games on my phone, and considering the head high it gives, I'd maybe save it for later in the day. Otherwise, if you're a heavy smoker like me, this is a super nice all-day weed as well. Definitely going to be buying again.
Well, it sounds like we got some good shit today. That's definitely the type of weed we should be smoking when we want to talk about an alien movie. So, I mean, you definitely hooked us up. That was just blind, too. You just went about going off of what you probably just looked at how high the THC was and what the name was and went.
The price.
Fair enough. And coincidentally, though, I mean, it just worked. I mean, any weed's a good weed to smoke when you're watching horror movies, talking horror movies, but...
I'm sorry,
pretty
I said
cool.
that so far away. Josh going to be mad.
It's just I think that's a pretty good strain for us to smoke today. So that's a good one. I'm gonna go into what today's topic I want to talk about real quick before we talk about Alien. I want to talk about Terrifier 3. Here we go again. More Terrifier news. The Terrifier 3 full trailer is out. What did you think?
The series that kicked off the podcast.
Yes, man.
We talked to David from the first episode, and then I don't know what the second one was. It's out there.
It was last Christmas, last December,
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see where 3's going to go. There's I saw somebody pointed out that they didn't see the Pale Girl.
Yeah, the Pale Girl's not listed on the credits in IMDb or anything, so she's missing from this movie completely. But we're getting a lot of
maybe
Victoria.
he got his mental issues dealt with.
Maybe, but we're getting a lot of Victoria Hayes actions, which is good, you know, because I like Victoria. She's creepy as shit looking, very sinister. That whenever that bitch is on screen, it's bad news.
But yeah, I can't wait for it. Hopefully we'll talk to David again about part 3.
I like how in the trailer, how the parents are like, that clown, that Santa's scaring my kids.
Oh yeah, we were talking. I was like, I would not send my kid up to Santa Claus with the painted face of a clown.
Why are you letting your kids go up to a bloody Santa that's painted like a clown? Like,
and
I would
one
be
that's
like,
been
no.
on the news for killing people.
Seriously, yeah, absolutely not. It looks great though. So if you haven't seen it, there's definitely a couple of nice, really bloody shots and some nice things you want to catch. I'm not going to spoil it for you, so go check out the Terrifier 3 trailer if you haven't seen it. It's Terrifier 3's running time is 2 hours and 5 minutes, and it comes out in theaters October 11th. So
pretty soon. Pretty soon.
And I guess the next thing I want to bring up to you is Frankie Frico. So our boy Steven Kostansky, who did, Psycho Gorman.
Love Psycho Gorman.
Yeah. And
check
he also
out our
did The
episode
Void.
with Matthew Ninneber.
Yes, absolutely. Check that episode. That was one of my favorite episodes to record. That shit was hilarious, talking about the butt flap.
I was going to say butt flaps.
Well, anyway, Steven Kostansky's new movie, Frankie Frico, looks absolutely amazing. Have you seen the trailer for it?
I haven't even heard of it.
Okay, so I just saw a quick, somebody posted about it in the Joe Bob group on Facebook the other day, and I immediately thought, oh shit, this is like Garbage Pail Kids and Gremlins. I was like, oh my god, this is a movie John and I are gonna love. So let's pause real quick. I'll get you to watch this,
right.
And then we'll come back and check it out. All right, we're back. John, what'd you think?
What the fuck did I just watch?
Dude, tell me it doesn't seem like something you want to get fucking fried to and watch. Tell me it doesn't.
At the beginning, I was kind of like, okay, seems all right. And then once whatever those things are they the Freakos?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
the little puppets, yeah. They look like Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, and it's almost like a Tron element that he gets sucked into their world. Like, dude, at the beginning I was like, and then once they appeared, I'm all in. I was going to say the rest of the year, Nosferatu and Heretic were my most anticipated movies I want to watch.
Yeah.
This has to be up there now.
Yeah, right?
I need to see this.
Like, I'd go to the theaters to see it. If it plays in theaters, I think we'll probably get it like local here, like on VOD and stuff.
There's no way to describe this trailer.
No,
like,
God,
I can't. I don't know. There's like no words. I can't put words to it.
If you if you just like punk rock movies and
the design of those little creatures are amazing.
yes, and practical effects, check out the trailer. I want
to buy like plushes of those.
Me too, dude. I hope they make a little practical little rubber fucking dolls of them. All right. Well, anything you want to bring up before we get into?
Yeah, I showed you a trailer. It came out back on August 13th. But I just came across it today. And I was showing it to you of Retro Realms.
Oh, right.
It's like the 8-bit pixel, like NES graphics. Although it's not really NES, it's just like that new age pixel graphics.
Yeah, it's.
But they have a Halloween in the vein of like Double Dragon, like your Michael,
amazing.
like. And then they also are doing Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yes.
And also, you can have them cross over. So it was showing Michael, going to the cabin, showing Ash walking through Haddonfield. It's like
awesome.
over the top, like beat 'em up, like
just senseless. Like
yeah,
just
you're
senseless fun game.
You're not stalking anybody as Michael, and I don't think this is going with the 2 games that were mentioned. I think that's just something else that was announced.
So the other 2 Halloween games you think are still?
If not, we still at least got one more.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean it looks awesome. It looks like it's fun. And you even were asking if it was a mobile game. I thought it was too, but it's going to be released on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, so it'll be on everything.
And didn't you say that there was going to, like, isn't there, if you pre-order it, you get the...
Yeah, there's a pre-order bonus for DLC characters. I don't know anything other than the trailer of how this game is going, but you can get Laurie Strode and Kelly from Ash vs. Evil Dead.
No, that's awesome. So definitely want to pre-order it then.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I need to see a little more about it.
It does seem like a fun game.
And I hope it's going to be
though.
a budget title. If they put this thing at like $60, $70, I'd be pissed.
It does seem like one of those games that like I don't see you getting like mad and like having to stay up till like 5 a.m. with your friends playing it. One of those. It's not one of those, but it just seems like a fun bullshitting game that can like easily distract you. So I definitely think I would like to check it out.
And I think if I got it, I'd probably get it for my Steam Deck because I feel like it's a game that'd be fun to play on the go.
Dude, absolutely. In your hands, yeah, handheld. The thing that cracked me up, like you said, when we pointed it out when we watched the trailer, was Michael Myers doing the jumping uppercut with the butcher knife. Absolutely,
he's doing like a dragon punch from Street Fighter, but with his knife.
He's like a Legend of Zelda knife in his hand. Oh man! By the way, that weed is awesome. That was smooth.
It tastes really good.
It tastes good. It was smooth. No cough, and that was a massive hit. That was awesome. All right, well, let's move on to the topic of today's episode and talk about Alien Romulus.
As of August 31st, which I guess it's actually now September 1st when we're recording, Alien Romulus has grossed $234.4 million worldwide, with $81.7 million from the United States and Canada and $152.4 million from other territories. And the film becomes the second highest grossing horror movie in IMAX, earning $31.2 million, just behind Prometheus. So,
damn.
Were you a fan of Prometheus?
No, I didn't like Prometheus or Covenant.
Neither one?
No.
Yeah, in the U.S. and Canada, Alien Romulus debuted at the top of the box office with $42 million, surpassing expectations. And the film's international opening brought in $68.1 million, with a notable $25.7 million from China. And it has become the second highest grossing Hollywood film of the year in China with $73.3 million, trailing only Godzilla, Kong, New Empire.
All right.
So I got that from Wikipedia, is where I got those figures from. But so it's doing well financially. I have to think we're going to get another one.
I would think.
So anyway, let's jump in here. It's the year 2142, and a Weyland-Yutani space probe comes across the wreckage of the USCSS Nostromo. I always struggled, like, there's too many letters in there.
Yeah, right.
Jeez, I lost my spot already.
At least you have it written out in front of you, yeah.
Yeah, the probe finds a massive cocoon. I always got to say that after Killer Clowns.
Yep.
You know, cocoons. Damn, I missed a part. I missed my chance to write that in there. It would have been perfect. Anyway, the probe finds a massive cocoon with a xenomorph inside, and they take it back to the research facility. And they decide to head off because, you know, that's always a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, months later, we meet Kaylee Spaney as she's playing Rain Carradine, an orphan who works as a miner on a colony called Jackson Star. She lives with her adoptive brother Andy, played by David Janssen, who's actually an android who was reprogrammed by Rain's late father to act as a surrogate brother. Rain's life hits a snag when her work contract gets unfairly extended, which seems to happen to everybody, they say.
Yeah.
She's forced into working in the mines, And that's when Archie Renew, who plays Tyler as her ex-boyfriend, convinces her to join a risky mission. Their goal to retrieve cryostasis chambers from a derelict spacecraft, which will allow them to escape. And joining them are Isabel Merced as Kay, Tyler's pregnant sister, Spike Fern as Bjorn, Kay and Tyler's cousin, who's also the father of Kay's baby, and Eileen Wu as Navarro, Bjorn's adopted sister, and the group's pilot. Andy's technical skills are crucial for interfacing with the spacecraft system. Rain's hesitant to send him into danger, but Tyler and Andy persuade her. The group takes off in a hauler called the Corbelan. I'm trying to remember it correctly.
Yeah, I don't. I'm going to take your word on it. I do not remember.
I've always seen it once. So
yeah, me too, and it's such a small detail.
So you're welcome. Anyway, they're headed for the spacecraft. When they arrive, it's discovered. They discover that it's a Weyland-Yutani research station named Renaissance. It's divided into two sections called Romulus and Remus, if you know your Roman mythology. Mm-hmm. While they're gathering cryogenic fuel for the stasis chambers, Tyler, Bjorn, and Andy accidentally trigger a lockdown by messing with the temperature controls that were keeping some 3D printed haze huggers. What the hell? It's that goddamn weed. Anyway, Jesus. Some 3D printed face huggers inactive. To override the lockdown, Rain installs a chip from a damaged android named Rook and Andy, making him more efficient, but also secretly shifting his loyalty to Weyland-Yutani. What did you think? Did you have a problem with them using Ian Holm? A lot of people really are not happy with it. I've read from other reviews.
That, like another part of the movie at the end, is dividing fans. I liked it. When I first saw it, I went, "Oh, that's awesome!" And a few of the people that I was with also were like, "That's fucking cool." So they complained a little bit about the CGI mouth, like when he talked, but nobody really complained that they used him. I thought it was a cool touch. I really did. It was nice.
The reviews I've seen complaining about it are from industry standards of, the whole thing that, a lot of the actors are worried about AI. They're like, we can just use him forever now.
Yeah.
So
but the family said that they gave consent though, so that's something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was fine with it. During the chaos, a facehugger attaches to Navarro. Rain reactivates Rook, who reveals that the xenomorphs had woken up and slaughtered the station's original crew. Seems to be familiar. Tyler tries to remove the facehugger, but Rook warns that it may have already implanted a seed. Panicked, Bjorn takes off with Navarro on the Corbelan, but a chest burster erupts from her, killing her instantly. The Corbelan crashes into the station, setting it on a collision course with Jackson's planetary rings. With only an hour left to escape, everything goes downhill pretty quick.
Yeah.
Kay is knocked unconscious, the chest burster matures into a full-grown xenomorph, and it kills Bjorn in a brutal way. Meanwhile, Rain and Tyler are dodging facehuggers while trying to reach the bay. Kay wakes up, but the xenomorph used her as bait to trap the others. Andy, now loyal to Weyland-Yutani, refuses to open the door. Also seems kind of familiar. Leaving Kay to face the xenomorph alone. She's critically injured and dragged away. Andy discovers some samples of a compound called, and I'm going to probably mispronounce this, because again, going off one viewing, Plagiaris prepotens or something like that. Preponens. Anyway, it's which
prepotens. I'm gonna go with that.
Whatever. Anyway, so they're using samples of the compound, which scientists were using in an attempt to perfect humans. Rook insists they must take the samples back, preventing the Corbelan from leaving without them. Rain and Tyler arm themselves, but Andy warns that shooting the xenomorphs could cause a catastrophic decompression because of their acidic blood. People never seem to learn about that. Well, they learn, but when they learn, it's too late.
It's always awesome to watch, though.
In a desperate move, Rain and Taylor manage to rescue Kay, who's been cocooned, but Tyler is killed and Andy is incapacitated. Severely injured, Kay injects herself with the compound as a last resort. Rain returns to the Romulus section to remove Andy's control chip, restoring his loyalty to her. She then disables the station's gravity, allowing her to kill the xenomorphs without damaging the ship. Rain and Andy make it back to the Corbelin just in time before the station crashes into the rings, destroying Rook and the remaining xenomorphs. But just when they think they're safe, Kay, affected by the compound, gives birth to a terrifying human-xenomorph hybrid called the Offspring. The creature kills Kay and injures Andy, but Rain manages to eject it into Jackson's rings. With Andy badly damaged, Rain places him in a stasis chamber and records a log about their hoped-for arrival on the planet Yavaga before entering stasis herself, hoping his nightmare is finally over. Dude, that last one, the Offspring, that shit was fucking creepy as fuck looking.
Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you. My thoughts on the movie are very long-winded. You know that the alien and the aliens mean a lot to me and that I hold them in high regard, so I have a lot to say, so I'm going to let you go first.
All right. This is a film I've been looking forward to for a while.
Absolutely.
I love the first two films in the franchise. Alien's a top 5 horror movie for me. The original Alien.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same for you. When it's one of your favorite franchises, you have high expectations for it to be a good film.
Yeah.
Our favorite Uruguayan director nails it.
Yeah.
Isolation, xenomorphs, androids, and facehuggers. It has all the elements that make a great Alien film. I swear, though, when the door shut, it looked like the face hugger was flopping a Xeno dick on the glass. Like it just like slapped it on there. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I did. I wouldn't have worded it like that, but that was good.
I like that they used something different than fire that we're used to in the franchise, trying to get off the face hugger. They were trying to freeze it.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Everything looks great. It falls right in there with Alien and Aliens. It fits nicely. It doesn't look or like feel out of place. I really like David Janssen as Andy. It was nice to see an android portrayed as sympathetic, but he also had the dual role of the corporate android as well. I had it trending towards a 9 until the finale.
Yeah.
I had a couple of callbacks that I just felt like were thrown in there as a, hey, remember when we did that in the original?
Unnecessary, yeah.
Here it is again. So I'd bump it down a little. I'm still giving 8.6 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's the best one since Aliens.
It's either that, Aliens, and this one in that order.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to kind of go, let me take a deep breath here.
All right.
Okay. So let me start off. I'm going to start off at the ending. Let me start off by talking about The Offspring. Everyone is divided on this movie because of this. Older Alien fans like it. Some older Alien fans hate it. Some newer Alien fans love it. Some hate it. It's funny when you listen to the arguments that people try to have about their side. They bring up the comics and the paperback novels that most people who watch the movies haven't read. As someone with a lot of knowledge and someone who's read said comics and novels about the Alien series, it aggravates me when people try to use their knowledge against other fans. Like, this Humalian is stupid. There's been dog aliens, and in the comic, there's been all kinds of xenomorphs, but never anything that looked like that Offspring, or anything that was that tall, blah, 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 etc. And, like, let me explain something. The Humalian is a result of injecting xenomorph DNA into a human. All these other aliens were regular facehugger implants and incubate within their host. So knowledge of books or comics...
IVF.
Yeah, exactly. So knowledge of books or comics or anything really means nothing. I've read the books. That's how I learned that Xenos, if isolated, can turn itself into a queen and lay eggs. Does that have any relevance to this movie? No. I used to play with the toys and had King Alien and Scorpion Alien and Gorilla Alien and Bull Alien. My mom bought them for me. I used to fucking play with them all the time.
Bull Alien. An alien bull.
Does the knowledge of those toys or xenomorphs make my opinion of this movie, of The Offspring, any higher? No.
Yes.
So take your know-it-all attitudes and shove them. You don't gotta like it, but you're not a fan of higher intelligence or fandom if you don't. Same thing goes for if you do like The Offspring. It's just opinions. Stop having pissing contests. I'm so tired of seeing people fucking argue about this stuff. It's so stupid. Your knowledge doesn't account for when something is new and introduced and canon. You can choose to not like it and accept it, but it's a real thing and it's canon. And I fucking loved it. I thought it was the right way to go. Otherwise, what would have been new? I would have walked out going, it was a good movie, but nothing new. And it's not like this thing goes off and lays a ton of eggs and fucks up the timeline or plot of other movies or anything. It's 10 minutes in the movie are 10 minutes of pure pulse pounding dread. Just pure horror dread. And what better way to go in an alien movie than pure horror, right? I mean, you take a pregnant woman in labor and add it to anything, and it's intense, let alone a fucking alien movie. The only thing that I don't like about The Offspring was the tongue. I hate how the tongue tried to be the little jaws in its mouth. Like, I just didn't think that was necessary. Like, less tongue next time. The Offspring is played by 7'7" former basketball player Robert Bob Brodsky. I hope I butchered that. I love that this movie adds to the alien mythology with this creature. And I also love the little wall pussy that scorched alien comes out of. In the original, we see the skin that the baby sheds, but we don't see like how it becomes an adult. In this movie, we get the wall pussy or wussy, and I thought that that was an amazing scene, to be honest. And I kind of felt bad for the alien, you know, like when the dude was fucking like tasing it and shit, like, you know. But I knew he was a son of a bitch, but still, I kind of felt bad for him.
Yeah. So Drew said, if you don't like The Offspring, fuck you.
Okay, so here's something though. I was actually disappointed with the final moments of the movie. It wasn't The Offspring like everyone else. It was Rain signing off and going to sleep. It's like, so now we got Rain and Ripley just floating around in space. Like, the ending was a little redundant.
Last survivor.
Yeah.
Nostromo.
Yeah, right. You know, it
that
worked.
That was what I was referencing. That, and when she slipped into the suit.
Yeah,
I was like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it worked, but it should have just ended with that ship crashing and everything dying. Honestly,
it was funny because the way it was going, I was like, is this going to be like a Rogue One type situation? I thought they were going to go, and that's how I thought it was going to go. That they were all just going to like they were going to sacrifice themselves to try to kill the alien.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, but overall, the acting was fine. Nothing to stand out, but nothing to note as bad. The characters overall are forgettable in comparison to the characters in the first two films, though. There's no denying that. You look at the cast of the first two films, and the characters in this movie are completely fucking forgettable in comparison.
I feel like Andy sticks out, though, but just because he's a different kind of android.
I agree. He's the one that sticks out. I would agree. The story is solid. I was invested the entire time, and the horror and action is super intense. This movie perfectly blends the horror sci-fi element and sci-fi action element that the first two films had into one. It's a thrill ride that I was happy to take, man. It's dodging of the acid blood and zero gravity is just... That was just such a fucking awesome scene. Such an awesome scene.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, also worth mentioning is the facehugger action. This is the best facehugger action we've ever had. We have never seen...
We're hunting in a pack.
Dude, we have never seen this many, and they've never been this vicious. Those little motherfuckers are relentless. They're scary as hell. And this is the scariest they've been since Aliens. I was legit dreading seeing the xenomorphs on screen as well. It was intense, but I couldn't stop smiling. The build-up, the suspense, the action, the scares, the score by Benjamin Wallfish all tied this movie into a solid-ass entry. I applaud Fede Alvarez for not playing it safe and giving us the best alien movie in almost 40 years, and for giving us the second scariest alien movie in the series after the original. I definitely think this was scarier than Aliens, but I don't think it was scarier than Alien. The best part about this movie is that newcomers will now go back and want to watch the first two films and get to experience the magic of them. And yeah, I love that this movie explained what happened to the original Xeno. I love that it paid respect to the original Xeno. Final verdict, 8.5 out of 10.
Sounds good. Thanks to all the horror hounds and smokers out there for tuning in. And make sure to like and subscribe, even if you hated the episode. I don't care. We need them.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a couple weeks off, and 2 to be exact. And
somebody's getting married.
Yeah. But we'll be back with Long Legs. Fuck it. Yeah, sure.
Long Legs, A Quiet Place Day 1. We got several we got to get through. So,
dude, there's so many this year.
Yeah,
and there's still more to come.
Yep.
That's what she said. Anyway, High on Horror 420, Facebook, X, Instagram, Twitters. I think I already said Twitters.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, YouTube, Premium Snapchat.
What's
I
that?
think I've used that one a bunch of times. But
What's that?
what's that? Venmo us. Anyway, High on Horror 420 for your PPA questions. Did I just say? I didn't even say the email, did I? This fucking week. High on Horror 420 at gmail.com. I always struggle with this shit. Anyway, highonhorror.com's the website. You alright? Anyway.
Sometimes you get this shit, it's like smooth like butter, and I'm like, damn, bro, down it. And sometimes.
It's a problem. Ain't nobody listening at this point anyway. So that'll about wrap her up. Catch you later.
See you in 2 weeks.